don't think it's by anyone's fault, but I think it's just kind of our human nature. When we see somebody who's disabled or different, our first thought is kind of what went wrong. And also we kind of think of all the things they can't do, how sad, but when in reality there's lots that people with disabilities can do, and they're capable of so much, and sometimes all it takes is just encouragement, support, and just a push.
Our forum this year is a gathering of business and community leaders who are going to be inspired by listening to George's message. We want community leaders to hear this story and then begin the process of building an inclusive culture in their own company.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 2022 Redefining Forum.
With business, there's a quota, there's money to be made, there's a productivity that's required, and if people tend to look at people with disabilities and think they're never going to be able to keep up, I can't coach them the way that I coach everybody else, and they won't respond the same way. And really, every individual has a different way of being coached or encouraged, and it's a matter of just learning that those are regular people as well.
The redefining disability, imagining the possAbilities in a changeable world.
When we think about, say, disability, people are brought into companies, they're trying really hard, but if the company isn't designed or doesn't have the supports in place to keep them there, a lot of people end up leaving or underemployed. And so this is about culture and making people feel valued.
Provide more and additional apprenticeships for individuals with disabilities for employment purposes.
That community of people with disabilities has a difficult time finding employment, and a lot of it is because there's a disconnect and understanding between employers and understanding what it is people need to get jobs. And so really helping people understand a little bit more about how capable people with disabilities are and how they think differently, which is a key factor in innovation, and they become really valuable employees if people give them a chance.
To change the world, you do not have to be perfect.
Every day, every hour, wondering if you'll make it out.
People with disabilities, and myself included, we are kind of in the business of overcoming challenges. I had to overcome only having my feet to do daily tasks, to get changed, to wash my hair, brush my teeth, and make food. I had to overcome all those challenges. So I've really developed a mindset of overcoming.
You're not alone.
I think the same is said for all people with disabilities, is they know how to overcome a challenge. They know how to think outside the box, or in my instance, outside the shoe. Think outside the shoe a little bit to overcome a challenge and to achieve that goal. And I think really having that perspective, and just having a totally different perspective in a business or in a company is needed and can do a lot of good.
People with disabilities are going to add a different perspective. They have unique gifts and talents, and when they contribute to the work environment, I think that you're going to see productivity increase, you're going to see dynamic growth, and you're going to see an appreciation of a different perspective that can add to the bottom line.
These individuals are coming in and they want a job, they want to work, they don't want you to hand anything to them. They want to earn their keep, and they want to do a great job, and so no different than anybody else. So certainly not charity, and certainly we wouldn't ask anyone to hire someone that's not qualified. Hiring a good worker that's going to represent your company well and is going to do well for your company is what we hope to happen.
What's positive is there's emerging awareness, there's emerging appreciation, but there's still this continued separation of disability versus the rest of the workforce. And so I want people to realize different abilities are among us everywhere.
In reality, we're all a little bit disabled. Some are seen, some are unseen, and I think that's kind of a nice icebreaker and eye opener is when people realize, they're talking to me and they realize he's not so different after all. He's kind of a lot like me. But we're all different, and that should be celebrated.
It's gonna lead